But at some point, people, in order to build generational wealth and to basically for patriotism and things like that, you do need to own a home. There are many studies that show that children who live in a home that their parents own do better in school. They have better mental health and emotional health. And there's many ways to get affordable home ownership versus housing. Stability, yeah.
Is the key to that.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting with all our callers, love our callers. I've been doing my homework because I've been waiting to tackle this with you of this affordable housing that they're constructing.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks this is where your pennies to Pinellas is going, people, in case you don't know where the money goes after you give it up. And everybody's patting themselves on the back for this affordable housing, but yet nobody's done the research on what a complex like that does to the surrounding community and city.
Really? I haven't thought about that. What does it do?
Well, and I pull my facts isn't just off of what Kenny thinks or what, obviously there's a big movement right now where it's the older white faction doesn't want affordable housing because it brings in minorities. The problem is if you go and do your study, and I've got the websites up here from Stanford EDU, even to our own Pinellas County organization. I've got the email. I've got the web link, but it isn't providing what they need. It's giving them shelter at a reduced cost.
Right.
But with that brings crime. Also, now what have you done? You've surrounded your children with people who are in the same. Nobody's lifting each other up to get out of it. They're just warehousing them in a complex that we paid for to make us feel good that we provided some sort of affordable housing. I think it's the wrong direction.
Yeah, and there's so much apartment housing. It's not like condos that are being sold. It's apartment housing. And you have these companies from out of state, out of country that own these developments, not all of them, but that own these things. And it's a little scary if the owner of the complex doesn't live anywhere near it. They're not interested in what happens outside of they get paid rent. That's all they care. They don't care that, and I'm all good with when they make a development, they build a property, right? And they'll say it's 30 units and 10 are affordable. I think it really should be more like 5 are affordable because you have to have a certain percentage in order to keep the rest up. I have no problem with that. But when everything is rental, that's not healthy.
And what happened to equitable? I mean, a lot of times they are talking about now moving people because if you want to combine politics with real estate, they're moving people out of the blue states and the blue cities that they've trashed and ruined completely. And they're looking for affordable homes in red specifically. This is a coordinated effort.
Really?
Yes, it is. Yep.
I just read something about people from Miami are moving to the Tampa Bay area because they cannot afford to live in Miami anymore. And it's no longer safe. It's no longer safe to live in Miami.
Well, and that sounds great in the headlines, but the truth is when you really dig deep into it, there's actually a coordinated effort that to try to make red cities more blue.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just about affordable homes. It's about just
changing the demographics of voting.
Correct. Precisely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And think about Blackstone that owns all those houses in the Tampa Bay area. They really do. My friend found the title company. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Until people decide to start going to these council meetings, though, and putting some pressure on your local elected officials. I'm going to say that again.
Yeah.
Putting some pressure on your local elected officials is the only way to save what we've built over our lifetime. What have we done?
Yeah.
We've invested in our home. We've invested in our community. And now to have the government come in and say, okay, this 3.5 acres is going to be designated for people who didn't grow up here, who don't plan on raising a family here. Florida's a transient state by nature.
Transient. Yeah.